Hey guys, my name is Sarah Michelle. I am a Disney College Program alumni from the 2014-2015 season. I was originally Fall Advantage and I worked attractions at Epcot, Journey into the Imagination with Figment, and Captain EO. And then I extended my program into spring 2015 where I worked Expedition Everest at Disney's Animal Kingdom. Recently, applications did go out for the 2016 Spring and Spring Advantage seasons of the Disney College program, and I myself am applying, and in doing so, I noticed that there's a lot of people who it's their first time applying or haven't applied in a while that have a lot of questions, and so I figured I'd kind of share my experience as somebody who has applied and been accepted, as well as somebody who's applying right now trying to go back for a second program. So, I'm going to give you a couple of tips and tricks that I've seen and that I personally experienced as far as the application process goes. So if it's your first time applying for the Disney College program, basically you just go online, you create an account, a login for the Disney career site, and you'll go through, you'll fill out your application. It just asks you basic questions. You can't upload a resume, but you can put in like your work experience, like an online job application. And once you've filled out the online application, you'll get like a thank you for applying email, just kind of saying we have a lot of applications right now. You'll hear back from us at a certain date. So for the 2016 season, it's November 13th, I believe. So you'll just kind of get a generic email. Don't freak out. Everybody gets it. Whether you're moving on or not, you'll all get that same email. So don't read too much into it. It's just kind of a formality. And you'll pretty much get an email like that after every step of the process. So don't worry, don't think like, oh no, this is a no or a yes. You will get that email over and over again just telling you like, you might not hear back until November. After you've done the online application, which is pretty easy and simple, it's very self-explanatory, you'll possibly get an invitation to move on to the web-based interview. Now the web-based interview, it says it can take about 40 minutes. Personally, last time and this time that I applied, it took me about 20 minutes. It's going to be kind of a personality test to see if you even have the right kind of personality traits and characteristics to work with the company. Now, I'm not saying that if you don't pass the web-based interview, you're not fit to work for the company. Keep applying, keep trying again. It's just kind of what they're looking for in that particular season. So it'll be a lot of questions about how you feel about living with roommates, if you are late for work, if you're on time. The first round of questions in the web-based interview is kind of like a multiple choice. So if I saw a child fall and they were crying, I would do A, B, C, or D. And you just kind of pick your best option, how you think you should handle that situation. Try not to focus too much on what Disney's looking for, what the recruiter's looking for. I mean, obviously you're not going to be like, oh, I'd let the kid cry his eyes out. But don't try too hard, because you do want to show them who you are as a person and show your personality. And if you try too hard and fail, you don't want to feel like you kind of cheated yourself out of it. The next set is going to be a set of questions that you'll rank from strongly disagree to strongly agree. There is a neutral option in the middle, however, based on other videos that I've watched and in my personal experience, it's best to not put neutral on a lot of questions, because you want to have an opinion. You want to show Disney, hey, these are like my stances on these issues, this is how I feel about this situation, and this is what I would do. That being said, don't be afraid to put neutral if it's something that you really don't have an opinion on, or if it's something that you can't really pick a side on. The third set of questions is going to be very similar to that second set. However, instead of strongly agree or strongly disagree, it's going to range from I am very worried about to I am extremely excited about. Again, with the neutral option in the middle. Those questions, it'll just kind of be like, I am blank about living with roommates, and you'll say like, I'm worried about it, I'm excited about it, I'm neither worried nor excited about it. And you'll have 5 options and you can kind of rate it accordingly. Again, if you want to put neutral on something, put neutral on it, but try not to be question after question because you're afraid to give your opinion. That's not what they want. They want to see who you are and how you feel about certain things. That I've put neutral on a couple. There was one that said I am either extremely worried or extremely excited about managing a financial budget and saving my own money. That one, it's not really one of my goals in working for Disney to be saving money, or I'm not trying to go there for the money portion of it. It's more the experience. So I went ahead and put neutral. It's not a huge deal. Now, another thing for the web-based interview is you want to make sure you have time to sit down and do it all start to finish, because you can't really take too long with it. You can pause it. If you just like don't touch it, it'll pause. But if you take too long to answer a question, it'll also submit it automatically. So you want to make sure that you have time to sit there, read the question, and focus on what you're doing. You don't want to keep submitting blank questions because you're trying to decide or trying to read. Go with your gut. That's the best information and advice I can give you, is just trust your instincts, trust how you feel, how you would react to something. Now, after the web-based interview, it will tell you right away whether you're moving on or not. So you'll get, you'll hit next on one of the last questions, and it'll just pop up, and it'll either say, "Thank you for your time and consideration of the Disney College Program. Please apply next semester," and it'll just kind of tell you that you are no longer in consideration. If that's the case, don't get discouraged. Your best bet is to just keep trying, and eventually, hopefully, you will get that acceptance. Now, if you did get the "congratulations, you are moving on" message, good for you. It will say "next step, phone interview," and then it'll say "congratulations, you are a strong candidate for the Disney College Program." And it says in the email that you will hear back within 24 hours to be allowed to schedule your phone interview. For my first program, when I applied, I did get the email probably like 30 minutes after, and I scheduled my interview for the following week. This round, I passed the web interview once again. However, within 24 hours, I still hadn't gotten the phone interview invitation. I got a status update email, which was basically like, "Hey, there's a lot of people applying. Not everybody's going to get a chance to do the phone interview. You will hear back shortly." It basically is just telling you to be patient. Worst case, you'll hear back by November. It's been probably about a week and a half for me since I applied, and I still haven't gotten that phone interview email. But I did contact Disney Recruiting, and they basically said the same thing. They're a little backed up right now, so don't freak out. You obviously passed the web-based interview. It says you're a strong candidate. Just have faith. Not everyone is going to get a phone interview, but don't give up right away because you didn't hear back within half an hour or within the 24 hours. Just keep waiting. I know it sucks. I'm in that boat right now. But don't panic. Try to be understanding of how many applicants they have and how many recruiters they have trying to get through everything. The system can only take so many people at once. If it's meant to be, your time will come, and if not, then just wait it out, and if you don't end up getting it, then there's always next semester, like I said. But be patient. That's the number one rule. Don't drive yourself crazy. With my last program, the way that I passed the time with waiting, I found is watching Disney World documentaries, because I had never been to Disney World, and that's where I was applying to. So I would watch like those Travel Channel documentaries. It's okay to surround yourself with Disney, but try not to sit there refreshing your email over and over again, because from August to November, doing that is just going to drive you insane if you don't hear anything pretty soon. So yeah, just try to relax. It'll happen when it happens, and it'll happen when you least expect it. For those of you that have gotten the phone interview email, even though I'm still waiting, I have gone through that process and been accepted once. So I'm going to go ahead and make a separate video with phone interview tips and tricks for those of you who are about to have your phone interview or just waiting and wondering what you can expect when you do schedule it. If there's any other tips and tricks or any other questions about the college program, living in Florida, or working for the Walt Disney Company, just go ahead and leave them down below. Make sure you like and subscribe. I'll also link my Instagram down there if you want to go through. There's a lot of pictures from my last program. Good luck to everybody that's applying. Like I said, it takes a lot of patience to go through this process. So just have faith, stay hopeful, and just kind of believe in the magic that something can happen, and it will happen when it's time.